the shape of you.
So hey guys, JDP Gaming here, bringing you another episode to my Coventry City Career Mode series. In this episode we're looking to get the transfer window done and in the process probably do a couple more signings, but first of all we have this away game against Huddersfield, so let's jump in and see how we get on in this match. So having a look at our team for this match against Huddersfield, Jordan Willis gets his first start this season. A couple of days ago he said he wanted to stay at the club, so he's now starting and he's got his captaincy back. So my defence, alongside Willis, I have Aaron Pierre and Darren Leahigh. I've also mixed up in the middle of midfield. I've got Kone and Rose together. And then obviously I've kept Moncur at cam, and my two strikers, well, do I have to tell you who they are? You probably know, it's both Leko and Malapa. Right, up the pitch to Leko. Okay, should have put that up to Malapa instead, so that's a mistake. Willis, oh great tackle. Have I missed him? No, because we've won 2 games and drawn 1, so defending wise we've been alright, apart from the Fulham game. Over the top for Moncur. Oh, he's got the pace. Oh, what a touch. Can it be a goal? It already is. 14 minutes gone and it's already 1-0. What a start. Look at this ball though over the top from Kone. Great touch from Moncur. And then a simple finish into that bottom right corner. George Moncur to whip across in. He does. Oh, unfortunately, no one gets ahead to it though. Aaron Pierre having to come out of defence. Oh wow, that's dodgy defending. Come on, Kelly. Oh, whoa! I tried to get Kelly Evans though. He should have really put that on target. To have had that much space, he was through on goal. That's a shocking miss. Oh, through the middle again, Pierre. Oh wow, we can't clear it. Has a shot. What a save by Gunn. Low at the ground as well. Gonna throw it into Malapa's feet. Oh, I thought Moncur was gonna make a run down the wing. Not cut inside. Oh, that's so annoying. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, there we go. The ref's blown his whistle. That's the end of the first half. It's been a good first half. We had a good start, scoring a goal from Moncur. Then Huddersfield had some great chances. Gunn pulled off a great save. And he's kept us in the game and we're winning 1-0. So going into the second half I have made a switch. Leko's looking a little bit tired and we do have an EFL Cup match against Newcastle in a couple of days time, so I need to freshen up a little bit. So I've taken him off and I've brought George Thomas on for his first appearance of the season. So as the ball has gone out of play, I've decided to take the opportunity to make some substitutions. 2 of my youth players are coming on now. Isaac Cook for Andy Rose and Jamie Cooper for George Moncur. Huddersfield are really looking dangerous. Cross comes in eventually. Can we clear it? Leahigh passes it to Cook, who gets it up to Thomas and he can just run with it now. He's got the pace. No one can catch him. Oh, he's going to keep going. I see someone in the middle though. I see Cooper. Lays it through in the middle. Cooper! Oh my god, what a goal! Thomas just kept running and running, and then a simple tap in for Cooper. Well, not simple, he had to slide in, but it doesn't matter. And it's his first goal for the club, and I think on his first appearance as well. What an appearance as well. What a debut for the youngster. Willis doing all the chasing here. He's really leading from the front. I mean, we haven't missed him, but it's so good to have him back in the team though. Back over. Stokes having to come across. He's had a much better game today, Stokes. Leahigh clears it up to Cooper. Not the best first touch. Oh, through for Malapa. Too easy. 1-on-1 with the keeper as long as the defender doesn't catch him. Top left. Oh no, bottom left instead. And it hit the post as it went through, but it doesn't matter. 3-0, and that's Malapa's, I think, 5th goal of the season now in 4 games. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and there you go, and there's confirmation. 5 goals in 4 games. So he scored in the first 4 games of the season. This is ridiculous. And the final whistle has been blown, and the match has ended 3-0. The scoreline has flattered us a little bit. I mean, Huddersfield did push for an equaliser, and that resulted in them conceding a couple of goals. But otherwise the match was really close, and we did deserve the 3 points in the end, and Malapa keeps scoring. Can anybody stop him? That is the question. So we have an email from Bournemouth. They have accepted our loan offer for Brad Smith. I would go ahead and immediately accept that. However, I have added a couple more players to my shortlist. So let's take a look at that and see if we can get one of those deals signed. Otherwise, we'll come back to this deal and we will accept this loan offer. So as you can see, I have definitely been in the market looking for a left back. I mean, not all these players am I planning to buy, but I've had a look at loan listed players, I've had a look at players who have been put on the transfer list, and there's been a couple of players I've just had a look at myself. One of them being Theo Hernandez. He's at Atletico Madrid, obviously, but I'd be looking into bringing him on loan. I know he's a very, very good player, and I think he'd be an awesome left back. Hopefully his wage isn't outrageous, saying that he's 21k. That's still possible. He'd be our biggest earner, but I think he'd be a great left back. So let's go send this off, saying if we could loan him for 1 year. He's a sporadic first team player, so it's most likely. However, if there's another left back that I fancy who's got a smaller salary than 21k, then we'll probably go ahead and do that deal. But for this one, we'll send the 1 year loan deal off and see what they say to it. Regarding a couple of other players here, I think my next interested player is probably Sam McQueen. He's a left back who can play at left mid. He's at Southampton. I don't know whether or not he'd be a purchase. I mean, I'm going to send an inquiry and see what they say. He's currently loan listed, but let's see how much they say for if we want to buy him. And I'm going to do the same for Harry Toffolo. A couple of these other players, like Kevin Rodriguez, he was transfer listed, I believe. Yeah, transfer listed. I don't know whether or not he'd be any good, so we're just going to wait for his scout report and see what it says when it comes back. Lato, he was loan listed, same with Kenlock and Riley. But as the time being goes, we're going to see what Theo Hernandez, Sam McQueen and Harry Toffolo come back with, and then what the scout report for Kevin Rodriguez also comes back with. Talking about possible targets, I thought I'd also show you some other positions I'm looking at. So as you can see, I've got a load of strikers. As you know, Lecco and Malapa are my unquestionable partnership up front. I'm not going to get anybody to replace them, but I'm more thinking of my subs. If one of them gets injured, I don't have many good players, many good backups. I mean, we've got Bevan, he's 32 though, so he's getting on, and then Thomas, he's only 61 rated, so he's not quite championship quality. I don't mind bringing him on as a substitute here and then, like for the last game, but I need a sort of a solid player that I can bring on, and I know who can do a job if one of them gets injured. So these are a couple of players I've been looking at. One player I'm particularly interested in is James Collins. He's currently at Crawley, but I know he's a good, strong player, so we'd be looking to, I say, buy him in instead of loaning, whereas, say, Lewis Graban, I'd loan him in, same with Ademola Lookman, Alexander Isak and Chuba Akpom, they'd just be loanees. Whereas James Collins, we'd be a purchase. But for all these players, I'm going to wait for the scout reports to come back, and then we'll make a decision. We have a couple of emails. One is a transfer offer for Connor Masterson. It's from Millwall. They're going to pay 550k. I'm going to try and be cheeky and ask for 700k, just because I'd like more money. Whether they agree to it or not, I don't know. We'll have to just wait. So we can get rid of that offer. The Sam McQueen, they're asking for 1.1, and for Harry Toffolo, they're asking for 1.4. Okay, but for those two, I'm just gonna wait for the scout report to come back and make a decision from there. All these scout reports coming back, I may have to make a lot of deals on transfer deadline day, which is risky, but I'd get a better idea what rating they are, and that is quite important. We have another email. It's the one back from QPR about Stephen Corker. They basically said they're not interested in the player we've included. We included Masterson, and the cash amount on its own is not enough. To be fair, my offer was very cheeky. I said 2 million and Masterson when Corker's rated at, I think, 5 million. I can't remember. So I wasn't expecting them to say yes. If they did, I mean, yippee for us, but they didn't. So unfortunately, Corker's not coming to Coventry, even though it would have been nice if he could have. But oh well, we've got other players we can look at. We have an EFL Cup match against Newcastle now. Like I said in the last one, we simulated against Luton. I'm not really interested in playing the EFL Cup, so I'm going to simulate this one. And it also means my second team get a chance. Oh, a couple of players injured, so let me just switch the team up a little bit. And there we go. So I've made a couple of switches, as you can see. I brought Lecco in up front with Bevan, and Jones is sitting behind at Cam. Otherwise, you can probably see what the team is. So let's just go ahead and simulate this match. I mean, I don't know whether or not I'd like to win this or not. I mean, if we lose it, it's not a big deal. But if we go on, we could have a potential cup run. but we're against Premier League side Newcastle. They just got promoted, but having a look at the team, it's quite weak actually. So we could scrape a win, but let's simulate the rest of the match now. Oh, there we go. So it went to extra time, in fact, where they unfortunately got their second goal and won the game. So it was a close game, and unfortunately we lost, which is a shame. Simulating now through, as you can see, another player has demanded he wants to leave. Bartosz Bialowski, don't know who he is. Anyway, we have the offer back from Millwall now, saying they're only willing to pay 650k, that's 100 more than Marston's worth, so I'll accept that offer and he can go. Looking at the other, Theo Hernandez loan has been accepted. Wow, I'm happy about that one. So if we want to accept a loan, I'm sorry Brad Smith, we won't be accepting you. We're going to be doing the Theo Hernandez loan, but at the same time I want to try and see if there's other players we can bring in, because he would wipe out our budget. So I'm just going to leave it for a second and we'll go from there. And there we go. So we have an email, as you can see, saying player sold. So Marston has gone to Millwall. We have another email, it's from Peru, offering me, I'm not interested, I'm not going to have an international job in this career mode, I'm not looking for it. And there we go, and there's confirmation of the Marston deal. So we have 450k added to our current transfer budget. Yay. We have a home game now against Aston Villa. We're only just above them via goal difference. As you can see, they're second, both on 10 points. So we've both had cracking starts to the season. So it's going to be a tough match. And I'm just crossing my fingers. I hope we don't get our first loss. So, having a look at the team that I'm playing against, this Aston Villa side, I probably put out one of my strongest teams. My centre-backs have all pretty tired, so the only one that stays in from the Newcastle game is Willis. Otherwise, he's joined by Pierre Leahai. And otherwise, I've got my strongest midfielder up front, I believe. Leko putting pressure up there too. It's right, though. Oh, we win the ball, though. Back to Malapa. Leko to his feet. Oh, great turn. Cross one in now to Malapa. Oh, that's a poor header. That wasn't that wasn't even on target. Now Aston Villa are looking to come away with it. So we've had a great early start then. Aston Villa have had no chances so far. They haven't really been in our own half. What are they saying about Micah Richards, I don't know. But Leahai, great interception then. And we come away with the ball again. Put up the pitch for Malapa. Oh, wow, he's going to get onto this as well. This has worked out nicely. Put it at the back stick for Leko. That's a great ball. Oh, unfortunately can't get his head to it. Have it on the edge of the box now. Are they going to cross one in with Amavi? No, they pull it back. No one's going to. Took a massive deflection off one of my players then and hit the post. It's gone for a corner. Wow, that was a scary moment then. Plays it in the middle for Kone. Back out to Kelly Evans. He's looking so tired. Down this line for Malapa. Cuts inside. Through for Moncur. Over for Leko. First time short with his left foot. Oh dear. There we go. That's the end of the first half. So the miss by Kone was the last action of the game. And we're going at 0-0. It's been an exciting half. Aston Villa have hit the post from a lucky deflection. But other than that, you know, we've been containing them. So we need to play as well as we did in the first half in this second half. And hopefully even score a goal ourselves. Kelly Evans was looking absolutely shattered at right back, just emphasising how I need a spare right back. And as you can see, I'm having to put Jody Jones, who's normally my centre attacking mid, at right wing back once again. That's the second time he's having to play there this season, so hopefully he can do a job for us. Ah, poor from Stokes. But it's right, the cross itself was also poor. Couldn't get to anyone. Malapa now, up the pitch to Moncur. Oh, he's got in front of his man. Keep going with it. Over to Leko. One touch, finish. Oh my god, that's a screamer. What a goal. And he's just most likely gotten us those 3 points. What a goal from Leko. I wanted him to take just a touch to get it out of his feet. I was a little bit scared the defender might tackle him, but he couldn't, and he didn't get a block in either. Oh, I was right in that corner. Let's see if the keeper should have maybe saved it. No, that was amazing placements. That was incredible. So Aston Villa now are going to obviously have to push for the equaliser, which means spaces can open up for us to counter. And with the pace of Leko, we got to punish them. Otherwise, they're going to equalise like this opportunity. Oh, what a tackle from Pierre! I was a little bit scared because I pressed the slide tackle. Oh, and the shot's at straight down Gurm. Gonna throw it out on this near side for Stokes. Take a big touch out of your feet. Put it up the pitch for Leko to run onto. Go on. He's beating this man to it. Pull it back to Moncur. Oh, that's a poor ball back. Over to Kone though. Oh, he's finished it! 2-0. What a goal! And his first goal for the club. I thought the move died then when the pullback to Moncur right then was, well, stupidly weak. But what a shot from Kone. And that settled the match. That is it. We've won. So Aston Villa attacking down this far side. Jones too easy from him. They've got it on the edge of the box now. Willis is there, blocks it brilliantly, trying to put up the pitch. Oh, poor touch from Cook. Just got tackled. Can he keep going? He does. Don't know if he's going to win the ball back. He does, and he's won it cleanly as well, so no foul. I see space for Lecco. Go on, Lecco. Get your brace for this match. Oh, he's at the crossbar. And Rose, and he's missed the rebound. Oh, that's so devastating. That was a chance for Lecco to get his brace and he's missed. So there we go. The final whistle has been blown and we've won the match 2-0. It was a very close game with Aston Villa. A good first goal to break the deadlock. And as they pushed for the equaliser, we yet again punished them by countering them and scoring on the break. And what a goal it was from Kone. So we have the final 10 hours of the transfer deadline day here. Well, let's inquire about him and see what Crawley want for him. Oh, wow. I was going to try and get Graban on loan, but noticing he had 27k worth of wage, no thank you, so he's going to be removed. Let's approach Crystal Palace to loan Hiram Boateng. 11k though. Right, well, just 1 year. Let's have a look at some of the sort of wages of the other players we'll be looking at. So for centre backs, I'm thinking of loaning. I just thought I'd need another sort of centre back just as a security measure in case, you know, we're low. So I'm going to try and get Axel Twenzebe in on loan just for a year, depending on his wages. 25k wages. Whoa, maybe not them. Some of these players have ridiculously high wages. It's, you know, I don't understand. The other one is Lloyd Jones from Liverpool. 9.1k, that's something I'm more looking at, so let's go bring him in for a year instead. Too risky to sign a player if I'm going to buy him without seeing his stats, so I'm going to have to leave him, and I'm going to bring in, and we're going to bring in on loan Sam McQueen on a year. 11k worth of wage, that's not too bad, so let's bring him in for a year. So advancing through now. First hour's gone. As you can see, we have 8 emails. So Crawley have said we're going to have to pay 1.2 for James Collins. Let's see. Let's start at about 825 and sort of go from there. See what they say to that. Sam McQueen, Jones, and Hiram Boateng. Simulating through to the next hour, we have a couple more emails. I noticed the loan offer for Hernandez had been pulled out. Atletico Madrid pulled out, so I accepted that again. As you can see, Crawley Town have accepted my transfer offer for James Collins. He wants 9k. Well, let's just give him 8 and see if he accepts that. And he'd only be an important first team player. So let's see if he accepts that offer or not. Regarding a left back, I'm just going to go screw it. We need one. Hernandez is the man. I know he's 21k, but he's going to be brilliant at left back. So let's sign him up. So that means I'm going to reject Sam McQueen. So as we're simulating for another hour, as you can see, Napoli have signed Jan Sommer. And, so James Collins, he's dead set on having 9k. Well, I'll offer him 8.5 and see what he says to that. I know, it's just like, why don't you just give him the full offer? But, if I can get him for a little bit less, then, I can get him for a little bit less. Why not try? And as we go, we're simulating into the next hour. Only 6 hours remaining. I'm leaving it very late to make some signings. He's accepted the contract. See, £500 less than what he wanted, and there we go, he's accepted. So we bring in James Collins. So I thought I'd just show you the rating of my 2 new signings. Theo Hernandez, 76 rated. Wow, okay, I didn't expect him to be 76. Okay, wow, this might be a very good signing indeed, actually. And he can play left mid, so I'm sure him at left wing back will not be a problem at all. Collins, on the other hand, he's only 67 rated, but he's got good stamina, strength, he's relatively fast, and look at all those stats. He's a good overall player. I mean, he's got good, dribbling, finishing. I could go on the list, but you can probably see for yourself. He's got good yellow stats, and then he's also got power header and target forward and back centre player. So I think he could be quite a good buy, actually. Just looking at the team, I don't know whether or not we need to make any more signings. I mean, for defenders, we have our 3 main ones, as you can see. Then we have our backup 2, which is Aaron Pierre, Leahai, and then Robinson. Right back. So as you all know, right back is the position where I basically don't have a backup, and I've had a look at the market, and if I want to sign a relatively good one, you know, a good backup, it's gonna cost me at least 10k worth of wages. So I sort of have a solution. It's not the best one, but I do have a right back who's in my youth academy. As you can see, Marcus Mitchell. He's 18. There's a potential 76 to 80 to 90, but he is 46 overall. Not the quickest player, so he doesn't spring like it's not like an immediate solution. But it is, you know, he'd only afford, you know, £400 for wages. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to argue with that, am I? So I'm just going to sign him up, and I'll play him in a couple of matches. I mean, if I need a right back, I guess I'll have to put Ethan Jones, or if, you know, if worse comes to worse, I'll have to do something in the January transfer window. But I think we'll be all right. So, you know, I think we can pretty much run down the clock of the transfer deadline day and say, you know, I don't need to do any more business. We're done for this episode. We've done the transfer window. We've signed all the players we wanted. I can confirm that Mitchell has signed a contract with us, so we do have our spare right back. So that is all sorted, and I'm just going to show you the team to end this episode. As you can see, it's looking very strong. I mean, Hernandez, well, we just signed him and he's already gone one overall, and we haven't even really played him. Leco's gone up 1 from the start, same with Moncur, and the same with Kelly Evans. He's gone up from 67 to 68. So the team is improving and going up. I've just noticed Bevan's gone down to 65, so he's going down, which isn't good. So the purchase of Collins is looking like a good one, and Thomas, I've just noticed, has gone up 1. So lots of players have gone up and down overalls, but, you know, mostly going up. And look at this first team. Our weakest overall is 67. For a team who's just going to the Championship, you could say that's a little bit weak, but I don't. I think our squad is very, very strong, and we're top of the league. I mean, in a sense, if we get promoted, it's going to be very scary because we can't have 60 rated or lowly 70s in the Prem, but that is looking way ahead in the future. Let's concentrate on now. We have a great squad, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then do please leave a like and subscribe for more. Until the next one, see you guys. Bye!